What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And I don't talk about money a lot here on the channel, but we're going to talk a little bit about it today because the current crisis with repossessions, it could cause the next 2008. And if you live through that time period and you're an adult, it sucked. What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. Before we get into today's video, I got to talk about the good partners that we have over at Morgan and Morgan. You can go to forthepeople.com/TK's Garage. And what I love about Morgan and Morgan and forthepeople.com is if you need representation, maybe you slip and fell at work, at a store, maybe you got into an accident and you're considering looking for an attorney, you should. And what's great about Morgan and Morgan at forthepeople.com/TK's Garage is you can file a claim in 8 clicks or less. Like me, half naked on a couch. Yeah, we're not panning the camera down. But in all seriousness, though, I'm serious. Definitely go check out forthepeople.com/TK's Garage and go get set up with them if you're looking or you're thinking about looking for an attorney, whether it's for an accident or for whatever. Highly go check them out. And I appreciate them for, pushing our content on this channel. All right, so to get into the crux of basically what's going on, you guys know as a wholesaler, right? As a used car wholesale dealer, I have the access to go to different car auctions, different places, and I'm going to get into a couple of the different apps, and not even just the regular auction apps. Like we're going to get into Copart and IAA today on the phone too, so you guys can see some of the crazy stuff that's going on. Now, I'm going to give you an example. There's a local dealer in my area here in Las Vegas and they were a buy here, pay here dealer. And they would sell maybe 8 to 10 a week were going through the auction. They're currently at 35 to 40 a week. There's so many repos, and I know there's other people even here in my market. And I could tell you another channel you can go check out that will tell you the same thing. Lucky Lopez will tell you the same thing. There's so many repos right now, and the lots are so full, they can't even pick up any more cars. I mean, they're still actively going out for high dollar stuff. But if you have like a Kia Sorento or like a Kia Rio or a food stamp Charger or something, they're not even picking it up. The banks are just eating it because they know when they pick it up, it's literally just going to sit on a lot. I've literally gone out to the dealer auction. Okay, that's the used car dealer auction, and there's several of them that they have here out in this general area in Las Vegas. And I can tell you that I have personally seen cars that were no sales or have been sitting there for over 6 months. All right. Now, some auctions are different. They have some auctions that actually let you drive them around. I haven't seen that here yet. At some point, I guess they used to do it, but they don't do it now since COVID. And I have seen it on YouTube where other people are able to do that at other auctions. Some of these cars that have been sitting for 6 months aren't. The reason why they keep no sailing is because the banks want more money for them. And unfortunately, they just, people got cars that they probably shouldn't have got during the pandemic because they really couldn't afford them. $1,000 a month car payment for somebody that makes $15 an hour at McDonald's. Could they realistically pay it? I mean, yeah, I guess if they live with their parents and they have no bills, yeah, maybe. But if you're paying, especially here in Las Vegas, and you're paying rent or a mortgage and utilities and car insurance. You can't afford $1,000 car payment on $15 an hour. Nope. Not even if you're popping that ass on OnlyFans. Sorry, ma'am. Not happening. So, some of the stuff that I've seen here lately, or some are kind of like some of the same indicators I saw right before the housing market blew up. And I got lucky. I didn't get burned in the housing market crash. I actually sold at the end of at the end of 2007, and moved to Miami at that point. And then the market crashed, and I was able to actually get my place that I had down there for a while extremely cheap compared to what it's selling for even now today. So what's going to happen? Well, you're already seeing it. Even if you have good credit, like me, maybe you have stellar credit, and you have like an 800 credit score, right? You can go into a dealer right now, and you still can't, like some people still can't get financed because they're looking at how much money do you make? What do you have to pay every month? What are your, things? And even though you're already making that payment on another vehicle, or maybe you were, banks have completely tightened up. And that's not just coming from me. I don't sell to the public. I run my cars, I get my cars cheap, whether I'm picking them up at Copart and they're clean titles and I put them together, and then I run them through the dealer auction, or I sell them to dealers directly. So I don't have to deal with that part. But everything from most of you guys watching this video lived through COVID, right? You remember the car lots being butt naked empty as we were starting to come out of COVID, right? You couldn't get a car. Everything was, they were selling Kia Tellurides for like 85 racks because people were paying over sticker for these vehicles, all right? Oh, that never happened. Google it. Yes, it did. I mean, we're seeing that now with the Nissan, the Z, the Nismo. What are the dumbasses in California are trying to sell that car for $185,000? Dumb. Anyways, the repo crisis is bad because dealers have already got max inventory. They got inventory flowing. I mean, just go to your local CarMax. That's a whole nother video. Like, they have so many friggin' cars. It's not even they can't buy. They keep buying them. They're still acquiring inventory, but it's like, where are you going to put them? They have no room. Dealers are using sublots again, where they're keeping vehicles in other areas because their lots are full. So what does that mean when you start getting a ton of repos, and now there's going to be a flood of cars into the used car market, into the auction? Prices are going to come down, banks are going to get tighter, and you're going to see a lot of bankruptcies from big firms. I'm not saying AutoNation's going bankrupt, or some of these other ones, an Echo Park or a CarMax, but it could happen. Don't get it twisted. Look, I'll give you an example. I have a floor plan. I hardly ever use it. The only time I would ever use my floor plan is if I really wanted to do something dumb and go pick up another exotic or something. Is I'll literally get it through the floor plan so that I can just, roll it for 30 days, 60 days, get my content out of it, and then run it through the auction so I don't have to buy the car. Outside of that, I really don't use my floor plan. I buy cheap cars. I go to Copart and I pick them up. I go to IAA and I pick them up. I fix them and I run them through. All right, guys. So we are in the Copart application on the Z Fold 5. What I'm going to do is we're not going to go into the one section. I know you see it's lit up green. I don't want to spoil anything for y'all yet. But yes, there is some new content coming soon. But I just want to look up repoed cars, right? Repoed cars. We have 42 in here that are specifically listed as repoed. Maybe I'm using the wrong, let's see, R-E-P. Yeah, there we go. Yes. So just this week, or just this cycle. Now, this is Copart. This is not like your regular auction, right? So some of these cars are repoed because, like, look at this one in New Orleans. Somebody went out and had a few too many and then smart packed it right into a pole, all right? They put it right into a pole. But outside, we got Harley Davidsons. Look at this. We got bikes. All of these are repos. Every single one. There's a Bobcat. Y'all repoing Bobcats? What the hell? All right. 2011 GMC Sierra. Look at that. Repo. That's old. Clapped out, right? I know you're like, no way. Some of these buy here, pay here lots will run stuff through Copart, and let me tell you why. Because they may get more money for that vehicle running it through Copart than if they ran it through an actual dealer auction. Look at this '09 GMC Yukon XL Denali. That's still a nice truck for real, right? Hartford, Springfield. I'd make sure it didn't have any rust. Affidavit of repossession. It's got 193,000 miles on it. Let's scroll down here to the bottom. I think it had a buy it now on it, right? There's 10 hours and 1 minute left on it, so somebody's bidding on it. But yeah, look, buy it now for $2,900. $2,900. You can buy that '09 GMC Yukon Denali. Now, runs and drives, clean title. It's just a repo, right? So you're seeing these repos pop up. I'll put it like this. I have not seen the amount of repos every week I'm seeing at Copart and IAA through salvage auctions, insurance auctions, that I am now. Like, look at this 2011 Jaguar XJ. Buy it now for $1,950. It must not run. It's got to not run. I mean, just even if this thing is completely clapped out, that mirror is done. I mean, some of the parts on this car alone, you could get your money back. I see the taillight is done. They was probably repoing it, and then they just like took a bat to the mirror, took a bat to the to the taillight. Y'all seen them repo shows, right? Oh man. So this one has a mechanical issue. It is a dealer-only title. It's got the 5.0 V8. I wonder what's wrong with it. Probably just clapped out. If you're not making your payments on it, you sure ain't maintaining the car, right? That's why it's there for $1,900. I mean, there's a lot of them in here. They're buy it nows. They're not, absolutely ridiculously priced. So, anyways, I thought this was interesting, and it might add some value so you guys can see that it's not just even the regular dealer auctions. They're even starting to pop up at the salvage auctions because there's so many. Seeing this amount of repos from this amount of dealers scares the crap out of me, because if the auto market does collapse, I think it might be worse than what happened in 2008. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and if you think I'm right.